Welcome everyone to the Midnight Social Radio. I am your co-host as ever, Mr. Overlord. With me as always, Kuro, and hopefully if the stars align, Dog Boy will be here as well.
Yep, it's always the same thing. If you've been listening to us for like 37 episodes of Midnight Social Reading, you know how it goes. Everyone comes late, everyone comes early. Some people come in not at all, and some people come on time. Sometimes you no, I'm not gonna actually go there. I was gonna go with one more come, but it didn't come to me. A nani?
Um,
Oh,
so, um, the first thing I have on my list is furaffinity.
oh, what happened there?
Basically, they're trying to implement a way of they're basically trying to moderate petite kind of figures, which is ironic because a good amount of antis are in fact furries, and I wouldn't be that surprised if Cub was also kind of caught in the crossfire. And they provide an example of Judy Hopps, who is, if any of you guys seen the movie, uh, Judy is relatively the same height. Like she just grew up a bit.
Okay, I know there's a lot of people who like Judy Hopps. I never watched Zootopia or anything like that because A, I'm not a kid who, and B, I'm not a furry, so none of those things apply to me. But I have seen the internet is full of, yes, they're like looting up the Judy Hopps. Um, pretty That's pretty much an adult, not a cub.
Yeah, but no, she's petite.
Which she's still an adult.
Yeah,
So what it
and you basically have to provide a bunch of reasons. Like you have to make like art of the character when she's a kid, then a teenager, then an adult, and it's just like, yeah,
Okay, so they're mad because they think that she's a cub because she's small compared to the other
yeah,
animals.
yeah, and a lot of people
Oh my goodness.
who use fur affinity, especially those who have like either cub or petite, or people who draw NSFW stuff of cub shit, uh they're kind of pissed.
I listen. I don't deal with. I try not. I try to steer away from the furry fandom because only if unless I'm coming to buy something or try to appeal to them for my card game. I steer clear from them. I don't even want to like get too close to them. I have nothing wrong with them. I don't feel I don't feel comfortable
Like
knowing.
or like any kind of character who has childlike proportions.
Yeah, because sometimes it's just like the line is not very clear.
Yeah,
But we all know that like Judy Hobbs herself like is an adult because the movie is, I mean what I've seen is a bunch of
yeah,
adults
it's like also
adult
like
roles.
short adults exist. Like
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you've met some of them.
yeah. Oh, you know what? True. No, it's true. The thing about it is that the animal we see of them is no different from the character from the human
From like humans.
counterpart. Yeah, they just happen to forget that, as you said, people there could be short people, and
Yeah,
I
short
guess
like I mean like some people look like look like fucking look they're like 15 or some shit when in reality they're over 40.
yeah, and I guess
Like
the
people like that exist.
well, the problem is I think is that they just overlook they so much because they're like, oh, everything that looks like an adult or anything that's short has to be a child. It's like no, it doesn't. Not every short character is a child character. Some people are short, and as we were just saying, but I don't understand. I really don't. I don't understand why. I mean, go on with the thing. I can't even wrap my head around this.
Yeah.
do I want to?
Like, keep in mind they were just using it as an example.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, um, I keep on finding it ironic that, uh, you know, the problematic one, like, the like people who say this kind of stuff is problematic, then later on getting exposed as terrible people.
Yeah, that seems to be a common thread with a lot of people who say no, I hate that, and then they're like, "Hey, I'm actually into that kind of thing." A lot of people on Twitter.
Um, yeah, or just turning out to be just highly abusive people.
Yeah, because you know what, another thing that does remind me is that I was listening to someone on YouTube, and they're talking about like post minor minority no post minor sorry post minor as in a young adult between ages 18 and 24, where we used to where uh Twitter ganged up and said, you're an idiot, stop making up these new things, because I know them. Everyone in the world knows it as young adults, but they want to throw up new terms for no apparent reason. So I don't know what's going on with the world today. That's a continuous question. But go on.
But yeah, um, while we're on the topic of antis, um, Twitter is experimenting with trying to have the setting of hiding your likes. Because if you guys don't know, um, when it comes to antis, with people who say like, "Oh, you like lolly shit," then you're probably, you know, want to struggle snuggle real life kids.
Mhm.
And then you look at their likes, then you either see ironically lolly stuff or character or like underage characters such as Martin Kitagawa or cub shit or whatever disgusting fetishes such as diaper and or
Oh my
vor.
goodness. I've seen diaper and furry combined together on someone's profile, on several people's profile in Amino, and I'm like, oh no, and several different other things I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, and other kinds of disgusting fetishes.
Yeah, it keeps going. But because here's the thing, I'm assuming it's one of those things like, okay, well, we want to stand for whatever the current thing to stand about, so we can gain points. With who I don't know what who, but they want
Or
to gain points.
later on or they later on get leaked as being extremely abusive people.
Exactly, but it's still look not, it's supposed to look good and gain points. That's what I think the whole thing is like. This is why it continuously goes on. If you don't look like, if you don't stand against the current thing, even though if you're into that current thing, if you don't look like you're standing against it, then obviously someone's gonna be like, you know, you're not a good person. So you're gonna stand against it, even though you're like
Oh,
deep in it, kind of thing.
speaking of like short real life chicks, uh here's one of her name is Yumi King. She's Chinese though. Like
Dude,
she's fairly short.
okay. A little finagling over here on this side of the screen for those. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at her.
Yeah, she's like 5'5" or some shit.
Oh, she's taller than me. Yeah, I'm a short king.
Yeah. But she's like for me she's like very short. Like to like the average dude, she's a very short chick.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, I'm because I'm like every time I walk by, I'm like 5'2", so she's like a bit taller than me, of course, and everyone else is tall. Everyone is taller than me. So wait, would well, I guess it doesn't apply to guys in the end. That wouldn't
I mean,
apply.
there's also there's also a thing called Shotokan, which
Yeah,
is basically just a male version of lolly.
that's true. That
Yeah.
is true.
But yeah, um, yeah, basically, I mean, like, just in case, like, you could still expose them through their fucking retweets or some shit,
Well, they're hoping that no one looks back into their history.
which, which is okay when they do it, but when you, when you try to do it, it's deemed as wrong.
But they need ammunition, so they need to find a way to look into your thing, because they're always on the offense. So they're looking for people and things to attack, so they can make themselves look good. It's a mask. We all know. It's like, hey, I'm gonna cancel you because you look like a problem, taking the heat off me, so I can look good.
But then you get exposed as an extremely terrible person,
Then you make some bad takes, and you're like trying to get out of it because you got caught, but keep digging
and
yourself
it's like,
deeper.
I started just comparing them to just console fanboys
Oh,
because they behave just like them.
yeah, I think there's pretty sure I'm pretty sure there's some psychology that kind of unites those kind of groups together. I just don't know what it would be.
I wouldn't be that surprised if some of them were actually console fanboys because they share the exact same kind of behavior. It's like no matter how many times these people get proven wrong or ratioed or make fun of, they still persist.
Because hoping that the clock was it I think the term is the
Clout
clock.
chasing.
No, I was thinking the clock is right twice.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Thank you. Both clocks is right twice a day. So they're hoping that they would be the broken clock, and they'd be like, "Oh no, this time we're right." For sure, it's a right analogy.
But yeah, it's like you got, but then you ended up getting exposed as either A, an abusive person, B, you harass the artist in like their workplace. That actually did happen, by the way.
Wow. Why can't you just leave it on the internet? Why you gotta go to the man's workplace or her
Simple. These
workplace?
people do not have any kind of male figure.
I mean, yeah, that's true. We've been losing a lot in both America and in Canada, so the whole Western world.
Like there's a like this is clearly someone who didn't have. I'm not even gonna say fatherless. This person did not have any kind of male figure in their life.
I'm gonna say no one spanked them. That's why, and I'm not talking about sexually. I mean the parent didn't do their job.
Like as a form of discipline.
Yes,
That it's either that extreme or they got the shit kicked out of them.
not enough.
No,
Oh,
as a form of like not spanking,
oh,
but like
abuse. Yeah.
punches and kicks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Abuse. Yeah. Yeah. Some people just well, they got on the internet. They have full power, unlimited power, and this is their way to get back in the world. It was like, look at me. I am now taking it I'm taking my power through the internet, so I can show all everyone who did me wrong by being the stronger person. It's like a serial experience lane. Your online persona is now the person that you always want to be, and you're taking it online to, well, yeah, the keyboard warriors, basically, if you break it down now. If you break it down like that, yeah.
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 Like yeah, like they honestly got the shit kicked out of them as a kid, or they never experienced any kind of proper discipline, or they never had a father, or hell, any kind of male figure.
Yeah, maybe we should just get off the internet. That's what I'm thinking, because maybe think about like those people clout chasing, like that one guy in England, Mizzy or something.
Yeah, just fucking go outside and feel the sun because you're not worthy of touching grass.
You need to build a place of grass for them to touch, like a designated park.
No, they're not no. These people need to feel sunlight first. Then then feel then they graduate to grass.
What about the other people who are outside already, and they're just kind of like left their minds on the internet? It's like they're out, their bodies are outside, but yet they are touching grass, but like they are literally touching grass, but they're not doing it in their brains. How do you fix those people?
Oh fucking I'll have them roll around in grass. Maybe give them a week off social media. Just tell them to delete their Twitter to delete Twitter.
The TikTok, Twitter, anything that can give them power of some social media that just says to them that it empowers them through the likes.
Yeah, because yeah, it's just and and I think I said this like a few times, but the commentary community is also well known for this kind of behavior. Like the commentary community, like they go on 5 minute unhinged rants about, oh, if you make lolly shit, you're automatically a kid diddler or some stupid shit like that.
It's,
Then later on, getting exposed as a complete hypocrite, or they just could be been completely intellect, or or just being exposed for just doing worse shit like Creep Show Art. She got exposed for cyber stalking.
mm. It's just I'm thinking it's just an easy they're just the targets
Yeah, they're
that they
trying to
go.
use them as a scapegoat.
Yeah, just very easy to go after. Like you don't have
Yeah,
to use your brain if everyone says Hitler. Everyone's like, ah, yes, we know he's evil. Get your
yeah.
torches out.
Or they try to use some intellectually dishonest tactic of of the Child Protection Act of 2003.
Oh, let me look at child. I don't think I'm thinking of Copa, but I don't think that's the same thing.
I think so
But I'll
either.
look it up. But go on.
Basically, what the Child Protection Act is, they like to think it's basically um hey, this is our trump card. It's similar to cases of people actually getting arrested for possession of lolly shit,
Oh yeah.
which are too few and far between to make any kind of coherent point.
It's a U.S. thing. That's why.
Yeah.
And I was not paying attention. It depends who's in control in 2003. I think it was Bush. But go on. I'm listening.
Um, it's either that, it's either those two things where it's like, hey ha, this is ultimate undeniable proof that lolly shit is I'm not gonna say it because we're on Twitch,
Yeah.
but in reality, the first one is you have to read the sentence next to it saying like, because it actually shows like number one, drawing, um it made the accessories for drawings, paintings, sculptures, and all that fun stuff. And the other one, the arrested one, is, well, it's too few and far between, and I'm pretty sure the judge kind of came to his senses, I hope, to realize, wait, I'm getting this guy prison time for fucking for drawings.
Uh,
I hope. But then again, most judges are complete boomers who don't understand the concept of fantasy versus reality.
yeah, I could see that. Well, no, wait, okay, hold on, hold on. No, all right, let me rephrase that. Is it anime or is it Western art?
Just art in general.
Because I was thinking if you're talking to a boom.
Unless it looks indistinguishable.
Okay, but here's the thing about it, like on an art based kind of thing. Now, if it was like Looney Tunes, and you had a boomer judge, and it was like Looney Tunes, like with old Bugs Bunny and Tweety show, and he did something like that, I think they can tell the difference because it's something they grew up with. Now, if it was anime, now they would be. I think did like question, or they'd probably say, that's probably like um the art, because they don't know anime. Anime is more of a new generational art. Even though some people some of the boomers watch anime, they probably watch very old ones, not like Astro Boy, but like up to Fist of the North Star or older.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they also had like some child characters in there, so they would probably know, like have some kind of vague idea.
Yeah, and and then there's the fine arts, where like like I know back in one of my animation colleges, they had a painting, or they had a photo. They had what do you call it? Not painting. It was a photograph, and it was just just ones with with the children, but their like backs are turned, but they're like all naked, and their backs are turned to the camera, and they're just like looking out into like forests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like the judge has to like he has to kind of differentiate what is like which is which, and I'm thinking if it was more like the Western art, cartoony kind of thing, then maybe that's a free pass. But when it comes to anime, oh, and
Yeah,
probably
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure like any boomer who can tell apart fantasy from reality is like realize, um wait, look at this bug-eyed anime chick. Look at this bug-eyed cartoon chick. Like, why the fuck?
yeah, then you gotta also think maybe there's someone also influencing the judge too. Maybe he's like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, you want this thing, you don't understand, I want this thing out, so influence the judge to like say, yeah, you know what, this is bad, let's not have it.
yeah,
Because there's always the next party that's just in the shadows trying to like get get rid of it. Like even though they can't tell, and they see an anime picture, someone's like whispering in their ear saying, hey, that thing doesn't look good. That thing might cause X to happen. Better get rid of it.
yeah,
But definitely, if it was like something that they grew up with, like
yeah.
Superman or
And
anything like that.
if to any potential new listeners, I need to get this out of the way, Crow.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
We here at the Midnight Social Radio are fairly open people. We get our perspectives from our perspectives, and it's kind of nice for people to go over about their perspectives. That's why this podcast exists. However, we have our limits. In this case, we are not arguing over lolly shit
No,
or any kind of lolicon argument or shotacon.
I'm about to say
I'm
it.
sorry if you can't tell apart fantasy from reality. Do not link us any videos from the commentary community or Brittany Venti. Not They're either A are completely idiotic or B intellectually dishonest. If any of us if any of you attempt to go after me or Koro saying how we're terrible people for us being okay with lolicon, we're probably just going to make fun of you.
Or
That's
you.
all. Now back to our regularly scheduled listening.
All right. Yeah, I can't wait for our ad sponsors to sponsor us one day. Gotta do a ad promo. Anywho, what else is on the list?
Um, uh, EDP
Oh my
versus
goodness! What?
ChrisTyson,
How is
and
he?
he
How is he still being talked about?
oh no,
How?
he's like that one tomb root that keeps coming back.
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't think I'd hear his name being uttered again, like EDP. I'm like, as soon as I heard him, like I thought he faded to obscurity. How does he come back? Who brought him back? Anyways, tell me more. Why have to
Uh,
open my window?
versus ChrisTyson, and if you guys don't know, ChrisTyson made a few tweets, basically like lolly stuff, saying nothing gets my knob cranking like lolly.
Go on. Wow.
And he bought artwork from Shadbase. Now,
Oh,
Shadbase
Chad
is a
basically.
fairly controversial figure because he drew art of real children, which honestly I think that's a bit of like we draw the line there because you're actually using a real life kid as a reference. We don't fuck with that. And so he decided to use those two things and made a video saying like we must protect our children, ironically coming from the predator himself.
How come you know about these people? How come I never heard about these people, but you know everything about these people? You know what? Go on. Keep telling the story. I want to hear this.
Basically he's trying to say like lolicon is basically manga where kids get exposed to some hot coffee, let's just say that.
Hmm.
And he's basically saying like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's just basically just like a fucking pedophile's, wet dream or shit like that.
I mean,
Like,
not all manga, just the porn industry of manga.
I mean, some regular manga also does do that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I do agree. There are some things like even in the old '80s stuff like that. Maybe like Goku, like when Goku was a kid, he had his penis showing or something like that. But it was like
Yeah,
played up for comedy, not for sexuality, because kids do run around
yeah.
naked around the house or don't have any
Or
shame.
like the Bulma trying to flash her panties to Master Roshi,
Yeah, and uh, because there's a lot of context for these things.
which is ironic because one of their shitty memes that antis like to use is Goku and Vegeta saying like the age of consent is 18,
It, wa-
and then people just counter it with Akira Toriyama saying like, "Hey, I drew this shit. I either drew or approve of this shit."
Wait, there's a panel of Goku and Vegeta saying age consent as a
That's like
PSA.
it's their like one of their shitty memes,
Oh, so okay, all right.
and it has like Akira Tori, but the counter image for that is Akira Toriyama and like various scenes of like the Bulma flashing the panty sign,
Yeah.
um uh a deer going under Pan's shirt from GT,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
and vice versa.
yeah.
So it's either hinting that he is okay, that he doesn't mind it, or is he participates in it.
Well, here's the thing about it. Now, before these things even come over to our seas and stuff like that, they have to be approved by someone in Japan. It doesn't just unless Japan is a different uh doesn't
They had
understand
yeah,
stuff.
like different things.
Yeah. So people keep on forgetting these are. I mean, they've we've already implemented Japanese values into the Western world, but we don't want to have all of it. We want to have Japan, but we don't want to have all of it. And so the idea is like, okay, so when we have all these manga and stuff like that, this is okay in Japan. But obviously, when it comes to America, we say it's not okay, but we want Japan, but we don't want the things that they're that comes with the country.
Yeah.
So all these things have to be approved by somebody, right? Like they don't just get on the air. Animators will make this and be like, I'm making this for like for American audience, and I'm gonna send it to them, and they're gonna get freaked out. No, someone there's a board, there's a people approving and all stuff like that. Our syndicates import these things over. They most likely look at it, screen it, and say, okay, that's like we have the FCC, we have all those people looking at the stuff and saying, okay, well that's harmful, that's too something 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 something. And but when it comes down to the people themselves, they're just like they're looking for something to you know rag on because they're just looking for. They seem to be looking for something, but all these things were approved. Maybe not by the right people. Maybe that's true. Not everyone that's on the board there is approving these things because they think it's right. Some of them are just approving because it makes money and stuff like that. But what happens is that it has to go through a bunch of eyes first before it makes it here. So when they go, hey, this shouldn't be that, someone's already said, yeah, you know what? This is for there's a reason, there's a rhyme and reason for it. But if you take it out of context, then it becomes something that doesn't make sense. It's just, oh, this is now random. Everyone's taking out the Vegeta, sorry, not Vegeta, Bulma lifts her skirt and said, okay, she's being perverted. But what happens is that there's a reason why, because Goku took away her underwear because he's a kid. He doesn't know. He's acting like a child, and all these things work together and to make the coherent story. So when you take something out of context, it will not make sense, and it'll just feel like, oh, you're just doing this because you like it or something like that. Like context is key, and it's easy to take anything out of context and then be like, oh yeah, yeah, they're wrong. So,
Okay.
but yeah, well, how did
Um,
it? Oh yeah,
I,
so
I'm honestly kind of laughing at the. I find it funny at the fact that you don't know these people, but I do.
yeah, I don't really want to know these people. I'm happy knowing that ignorance
Like,
is
I'm
bliss.
surprised you knew who EDP
Oh
was.
no, I watched a documentary on him through Jay Aubrey, when he was talking about he talks about several internet icons and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah,
I don't approve of his like of his like I guess his leftist thinking and stuff like that. But I want to know what's going on in the world. So I'm subscribed to a lot of people that I don't approve of in their liberal thinking and stuff like that. But I do want to know what is going on in the world. I don't want to be left out and be like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Like a bunch of Republicans do think that you got to be separate, but I want to know what's going on both
I
sides.
honestly, I kind of just retired. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I'm kind of new to the game fame because I got it in while everyone was dunking on Trump and saying, hey, like good he had COVID and he's gonna die. I'm just like, what has he done? Like I don't even know who this guy is, and the news is telling me hate this man. So that's how I got in, and then further beyond that, like that's what when we were talking about the Child Protective Act. I was like, who was at that time? 2003, Bush. Oh yeah, like I was not paying attention to the world around 2003. Like I was not into politics or anything like that.
It was I was talking about like it's just basically like a law.
Yeah, yeah, no, but I was saying the president at the time, because I didn't know that law passed. Because what happens is that I'm not American, and B,
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know who was president at that time. But if I had this kind of brain now and back in that and that young body, I probably would know. Oh, 20. I'd probably know all that by now. I'd be more aware and know.
And you probably wouldn't make some idiotic decisions.
And definitely would not make those idiotic decisions that I made years ago. But you learn, you live, you grow, you get better and stronger. So
Yeah, yeah. And you learn not to, and you learn to choose your friends sometimes. And
sometimes,
like
sometimes you make
sometimes like they turn out to be like they'll just kick you.
Sometimes you learn to choose your friends. Sometimes it doesn't always go that way, because sometimes they're just bad actors. I mean, like, they're just bad people. They're in for their own reasons. So you may even choose them, but they have like their own motivations to get in there. So it's not like you'll be 100%. There's still going to be some kind of person who's going to use that time, purpose, place to get you. So you're not 100% out of the woods. You're just better at knowing what
Yeah,
the thing is.
that's what I'm currently kind of paranoid about. Like ex friends. Like there's a reason why I my hostility towards aunties is that much.
Mhm.
Just like just due to like ex friends.
Yeah, definitely that can really scar someone, just having a bad experience and whatnot.
Yeah.
It does happen, and then you just have to just better choose who you meet, see, and feel them out before you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these are internet people.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
yeah, which is kind of worse in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. They have all the they can talk, but you can't really see the face, or you can't get
Yeah,
a
which
good read on them because emojis
or
don't do
like
much.
they'll try to attack you for who you were.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, as a leader of Amino, like, as I built a new Amino, and then I'm talking to a lot of people. I'm still feeling those effects of, people that I don't know who these people are. Like, there's some good trusted people, but what happens is that I keep them arm's length away. But there's a saying to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And so what happens
Which
is,
I never really get that.
yeah, it's because you might need those people it's that you might need those people that you may be enemies with to be your enemy, because the friends that are with you may not be the ones close enough to help you out. But your enemies might be the people that help you, because there's something in there that they hate you for, but they might be a close person to you too. Um, I could say.
Honestly, I learned this from church from Red versus Blue.
Mhm.
Is like it's not about hating the guy because someone told you to. Like you gotta learn to hate someone on a personal level,
Yeah.
not because they're red or because they're blue. It's like every day, yeah, you gotta learn to hate someone on a personal level,
Mhm.
and every day you can't stand them because they're a complete and total fucking douchebag.
Wow.
Like you can't just hate someone because they told you to.
No. Yeah, no, you can't. But, like, you meet people, you just have to feel them out, make sure that whatever idea they're trying to get through, because people might be very friendly, because I met a lot of friendly people, but when you just kind of wait till their
Or
motivation comes out.
or like you have those kinds of friends. It's just like, am I your friend or am I your opposition?
Or am I just something that you're using so you can get a stepping stone?
Or you're just there in my group to just put me down every fucking time.
Yeah, this is one of, like, a sleeper agent, just waiting to find something to just hit me with.
Yeah, but I feel like
Because
yeah, yeah, it's
what I was saying was that earlier was, I'm talking to some people, and there's I'm not gonna call who this person out, but like they're like, hey, hey, how you doing? I had this issue, and I have this community, and I'm trying to make it better. And hey, do you want to like link our communities together? I'm like, you know what? I don't know you, but I I don't know why you want to link communities. We barely talked, but okay, I'll give you a chance because it might help both of us. But I really don't know you still. But if you're going to be here temporarily
Like if
and you got something
it
I can use.
happens, like you're gonna leave. Like, well, first, you wait until there's proper proof,
Mhm.
because you don't want to be make a rash decision.
Yeah. So it just takes me a while just to kind of like.
Yeah, it's like just in case, um, if someone gets, for example, Quite, uh, he got, he when he got accused of struggle snuggle, um, you know, his career is basically fucking ruined.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Once you get caught, like once you get caught up for something, even if you are innocent, as we see with everyone in Hollywood, it's over from there,
Yeah, like
and you can't even keep your nose clean because anything that you've done, anyone who thinks they have dirt on you has just a smidge of dirt
like
can just
even if they
blow it
don't
up.
fucking know, even if you don't know them,
Hmm. Can just take it on you, man. I mean, it's not like you can protect yourself from like everything in the world. I mean, some things you're gonna have to just take an L on because maybe that it's like it's a loss now, but it's a win in the future.
yeah, yeah, that long term thinking.
Yeah, like everyone wants to win the battle today, but
I'm pretty sure that fucking I'm pretty sure the Oakland Athletics are feeling that shit.
someone's gonna get that.
It's a baseball reference.
Uh, yeah,
If you guys don't know, the Athletics are moving to Vegas because currently they are the lowest funded team in all of baseball.
oh wow, that's some fun facts.
Yeah, so when the season's done, they're going to move to Las Vegas because currently, the Oakland Coliseum is kind of just well and truly fucked. There's a bunch of there's a bunch of fucking stray cats, possums, and rats. The sewage system is absolute garbage. So yeah, and like the fans had enough of it. So it's like, okay, we're done with this. Like we're done with it. Vegas is gonna choose us. So yeah,
Oh, look at some pictures of the Oakland Coliseum.
yeah,
Probably you got
yeah. I
to be
know
there.
many people couldn't really give a shit about baseball.
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't really care about baseball. I mean, I know I went to a baseball game and I was at a baseball game and with my
You
dad.
passed out.
Yes, exactly what happened. And he was like, "You see, the Blue Jays are gonna lose now because you fell asleep." I'm like, "It's boring." It's exactly what happened. Like, how is this pay attention to this sport?
Oh
And
yeah,
then
I
they
actually
start.
did usher at a Toronto Blue Jays game.
Oh,
Damn thing was nearly filled.
right. Oh, yeah. Toronto's always playing against
And that's where I found my first nearly inebriated guy.
drunk, stupid, throwing cans onto the field.
No, thankfully no. He was just on the verge of being inebriated. Um, yeah. Another thing, uh, outside. Okay, we're done with the whole lolly shit thing.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that! I didn't make a single joke about the knife wielding hobos.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't count, but yes, that is true. We didn't get there.
I actually did show my IRL friend our podcast, and he said he loved it because for me it was just so out of pocket.
You can just be yourself.
And we also talked about like I think he also listened to the AI art thing, and how it was and how I said AI art should be an enhancement, not the main thing.
And that's
What
you're right, because I'm seeing too many things that are just AI art, and I'm like, yeah, you can just see it. Everything's in AI art. It's just we're just being cheap now.
which like it's basically like adding too much fucking cloves to your recipe. All you're gonna taste is fucking cloves.
Yeah, This is clove steak, but it's more cloves than steak.
Yeah. So and and every time, by the way, I listen to that, I fucking laugh. Uh,
Mm.
especially when like Dog was saying like, I hear that in the darkest corners of my goddamn mind. Uh, so speaking of so we're back with more Twitter beef. We have Veibae, who in recent news, I recently said she left because she left Vishojo, and
Mhm.
keep in mind she was kind of one of the founding members of said organization. So when she re-debuted, she said retarded or retard, and Twitter had a fit.
I mean, what doesn't set them off? June's coming, so I assume that's going to make them happy when all the companies turn their flags into rainbows. So that should make Twitter.
If you, unless you live in like a Muslim country.
Oh yeah, unless you live in a unless you live in this, yeah, that's true.
You know, being gay. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
know. It's always things I
yeah,
want to say too. I just
yeah, if you're going, yeah, if you're in like a Muslim country, yeah, they're not gonna change it to pride, but everywhere else, yeah. Um, but Bebe said retarded, and everyone was going ape shit. Which, keep in mind, this is coming from the autistic adult here.
mhm.
I do not give a fuck if you guys say retarded or retard.
I guess remember everyone's just sensitive, but okay, you know what? Keep going with the story because there might be a reason why they. Well, I mean, what?
Like,
Yeah,
and like
there's
she said,
never a
like,
reason.
she was supposed to say, like, oh yeah, people saying like, oh, your stream, I thought your stream was always supposed to be like a safe space. Like, motherfucker, she's been streaming since 2016 or 15. What kind of horsey shit are you on?
Okay, so everybody wants to turn someone else's thing into a safe space. I realize that on streaming, they want you to bend your knees to them and to their will and stuff like that. They want you to. They don't like what you're doing, but they want you to do what they want, and that's what they want from you. They want you to stream, but they want you to stream to their flavor. And and I just know it's because yeah, I'm obviously streaming.
Oh yeah, and a few other things is and some quick news. Andrew Tate has a few photos of him in anime chicks. I'm not joking.
Oh, I gotta see this. I
I'll link it right.
yes,
I'll link it
please,
right now.
please, please show me this. It was. I did watch a video. While we're talking about Andrew Tate, I did watch a video with what's his name. I forgot what his name was, but he sniffed Andrew Tate's seat.
Fuck.
Yeah, I forgot what his name was. I gotta. Oh, is that girl from an anime? The
I don't know.
War.
All I just know is that he's starting to post anime women. And keep in mind, he was one of those people say like if you're over like 16 and you're like anime chick, you still like anime, like women don't respect you or some stupid shit.
Are you sure this is? Oh yeah, no, no.
This is actual fucking Twitter account.
Maybe you've seen the light. I better not scroll too hard on it. Actually, I shouldn't scroll too hard on Twitter because you just don't know what you're gonna get. Okay, like this is great. Surrounded by waifus. He's starting to learn. He's starting to transform. He's starting to become.
Yeah.
He's really.
And keep in mind, like, but back to the whole Veibae thing. Like, keep in mind, like, one, Veibae is kind of a, she's kind of was a shithead.
Mhm.
Like, she always was kind of a shithead in the first place.
Yeah, go
Like,
on.
she would talk mad shit. She would like swear a bit and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, go on. I'm sorry. I'm still looking.
It's
I'm
like,
still looking at photos.
uh, yeah, I know, right? I don't know if this is a joke or this is like some kind of coup.
There'll be a follow up to it. Yeah. So yeah.
But yeah, and oh yeah, I found. Let me just
Your
let me
shoujo's.
just post this real fast.
Open off screen so you can look at it.
By the way, the MS Paint chick is Brittany Venti.
Ugh. Great VTubing War of 2023. The Lolly Axis versus the normal allies. V Shoujo versus 4chan's VT. Now, I've only been to that board once, just to take a look. I was like, "There's a VTuber board." VR
Yeah.
chat.
There's also Reddit in there.
All right, so explain to me.
Like a good amount of VTubers are, lolicons, shotacons, and all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
But unfortunately, um, Western VTubers and normies kind of believe that lolly, what we were talking about.
yeah. Yeah, I'm
So
seeing this divide here. I'm like these neckbeards versus just anime girls.
yeah, and I'm on the side of the lolly axis because I can separate fact from fiction.
Oh yeah, I thought a bunny girl was. I don't know anything about. No, I don't know anything about it. You'd think every VTuber is the same, but now you're showing me that there's a total separation.
I mean, yeah, everyone now like has their own like subgroups.
Yeah, I'm studying this right now. I'm studying this chart to figure out what's the separation.
Uh, just like various things such as like various things such as what VTuber agency or group you're in, who you're friends with,
Hmm.
stuff like that. Like it's like kind of like high school, ironically.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I remember my teacher saying high school never ends. Like even if you're at high school, it never ends. Every place is a Disney Channel inspired. Well, except for the comedy parts. You know what? Let's just be honest. I don't even. I avoided Disney Channel.
And
Everyone else watched it, and I was
yeah,
like, yo,
if
I'm
you
not
guys
watching
know
this.
about and we're on the topic of you know people of like weird. Never mind. I'll let you go. But yeah, I know you avoid Disney Channel like the plague
Yep.
because one, you didn't have it, and two, your mom said it was the fucking devil.
No, 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 no. In this case, I avoided it because what happens? I looked at it and I'm like, these are stupid shows. I'm not watching these. One, Disney Channel is like it's equivalent of going to church, but instead of you going to church, you're being taught about whatever Disney wants to teach you and their version of good morals. I'm putting air quotes there. They're good morals. B, it was
Yeah.
stupid because I didn't want to watch That's So Raven. I didn't want to watch Stupid Life of Zach and Cody. Um,
I definitely feel you on that one.
yeah,
Like,
I didn't even
just
want to
give me
watch.
my cartoons, motherfucker.
I didn't even want to watch Proud Family. Like everyone else was like
I don't
talking
think
about
I
it.
ever watched Proud Family. I grew up with Static Shock.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I had WB. I had kids WB, so I watched Static Shock. But on
Um,
on the Disney Channel, there's like it would call it Family Channel, and we did have all those things. It's just that I was never into that, and everyone else was like, "Did you see the episode of That's a Raven or sorry, or some other stupid show that came on at that time?" I'm like, "Nope."
I mean,
I
like I think like the only show that I legit enjoyed, if it wasn't outside of Phineas and Ferb, was probably like Kim Possible and all that fun stuff.
Okay, I did watch Phineas. I did watch Phineas and Ferb some episodes, not a lot of episodes, but I watched some episodes. Kim Possible, I didn't watch a lot of episodes, but I watched maybe one or two episodes. People talked about
Yeah,
that too. That was big. That was good. But
yeah. Like when it fucking went to like I don't know, like fucking Sweet Life on Deck or Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I just immediately just turned it back to, okay, it's time to start. Time to turn on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. If any of them prior did not turn into Adult Swim or Nick at Night.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Same. Or I just stayed on our equivalent of Nickelodeon, which is YTV, and our equivalent of Cartoon Network was just Teletoon, which is gone now. We don't have Teletoon anymore because we can't keep up with America. So we just took a big L, or there must be another reason. But I'm not even watching it anymore.
Yeah,
So that's just the thing about it. Um, but yeah, no, I had and it had nothing to do like no this is the devil. It was a personal choice of not wanting to watch it. My brother watched the Family
yeah.
Channel
And it's like
religiously. Also, you know what? Also, one thing was that I didn't. Why watching it? I'm like, why would I want to watch this when I'm already living a life of like, well, I mean, of comedy, but like, I don't need to see other people go to school or have school ventures when I'm trying to get out of this place.
yeah,
Like, why do I need to watch this guy? I am trying to get out and do not want to come back to this place. And you guys want me to be like, oh, this is so fun. I love it. Like, no, I hate this place. Get me out.
like I want to see like some crazy shit. I want to see Phineas and Ferb build a roller coaster in fucking space.
Exactly. I want to watch Monster Ranchers, Pokemon, I wanted to watch my animes because what happens is they weren't grounded to um
Like
whatever was going on
like
in
in
someone
if
else's
I
life.
want to watch like some like really sad shit, I'll watch like Justice League Unlimited.
Oh yeah, that was a good show too. I didn't really watch it much, but yeah, I know that
Or
I
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans is good too. Yeah, it's, I did miss some episodes, but like it got good. It was really a good and loved series. But then also, did you have Hi Puffy M Yumi?
I don't think I think have we did have it, but I didn't see it.
Okay.
We did have it on Cartoon Network, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was. I think what happens is just whoever. I think they're the ones who sang the Teen Titan intro. I don't know
Yes,
how.
yes, they did.
I don't know how they got their own show. I don't know who said that was a good idea and greenlit it, but it's like if you took panty and stocking and then took out the panty and stocking and just left like
Like all the unhinged shit.
well even but more tamer if I can recall.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like taking off all the unhinged shit.
Okay, yeah, yeah, like for kids, yeah. That's what
Um.
it felt like. But yeah,
Okay. I think Veibae's used. Okay.
yeah.
And the last thing I have on my list is Blizzard removing PvE from Overwatch 2. So essentially making the game completely useless.
Okay. Wasn't Overwatch supposed to be a PvP anything? Anyways.
Well, here's the thing, like the game itself like had a whole bunch of like complex characters and all that fun stuff. So a lot of people were at least hoping for some kind of story mode because a game like that has a crap ton of characters and a crap ton of things that went on, and certain dialogues were for specific characters. Like for
Mhm.
example, Mercy with Reaper and all that fun stuff. But and keep in mind, there was also like comics as well, so they were hoping for like some kind of single player thing.
For Overwatch
And
2. Okay.
and they somewhat got that with the PvE in Overwatch 2, but now they're getting rid of it. I wouldn't be that surprised, honestly, if once again one of the drunk employees, because it's like that. Um,
Blizzard's been taking a couple L's lately. I mean, I
yeah.
know I heard whenever they run into a
And by the
problem.
way, I'm never letting down the fucking employees proudly coming to the office drunk.
I mean, after everything you've been hearing, after like they tore down the statue in I think China in their Chinese office. After they keep on releasing new characters that they're trying to dodge some kind of controversy, the list goes on. Um,
Breast milk.
I don't think I know about that one.
Oh my god.
What did they do this time? I mean, what did they do this
Basically,
time?
so like apparently there's like a thing of like a whole thing of like breast milk or some shit in the office, and someone took some breast milk. I don't know why the fuck there's breast milk.
Man, it seems like it seems like a blizzard out here. Woo!
Like they were fucking stealing breast milk.
Wait, did someone bring their baby to the office?
I don't
No,
know.
no. You know what? Because if someone has to steal breast milk, I think someone is supplying it. I think there has to be some other reason for it. To steal something like that is pretty exclusive, and someone must have been bringing something to somebody, and then their person and another person just took it and didn't bring it back.
So what is like? So what is like fucking the scene with Homelander?
Sorry, I didn't watch that. I haven't seen the boys.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that. Someone will get that. Unfortunately, I didn't watch. I know about it, but I didn't watch it. So
Yeah. So yeah, Blizzard constantly keeps fucking up. Um. Oh yeah. One more piece of news. YouTube is slowly starting to get rid of ad blockers.
oh no. Oh, I was like, when I heard get rid of ad blockers, I was like, oh, they're getting rid of ads, and then blockers, like, oh no, no,
Yeah, because people use ad blockers on YouTube.
guilty.
I mean, I already have a built-in ad blocker, so yeah.
I'll just find a new one. Just like if you get rid of that one,
Yeah, I mean, like, they're like kind of cracking down. Like any and all ad blocking apps were yeeted from the Google Play Store,
for online for phone for basically mainly for phones, I guess, right?
and like I think they're also slowly going over to PCs as well.
I don't think you're gonna stop us. I think you're going to get the people who don't know how to get away from it, but definitely you're not going to stop it. Like
Like,
good try, but you're not gonna stop
yeah, you're going to, like I said, you're probably to piss off a good amount of people
it. Yeah,
because the pirates will benefit more
yeah.
because that's always been the case. Pirates will always benefit more. Like you get more benefits, you get more bang for your buck if you just pirate it instead of just paying for it. I mean, look at fucking most games that have DRM.
Mm. Yeah, I know, but like they're not really like the thing about it is that hey, we're gonna stop you from doing this. Okay, I'm just gonna go over to this. Don't you go over to there. It is like you're not stopping. You're only delaying the inevitable. We're going to find another way around it. It's just that you just happen to stop that. You change your code, someone's gonna be like, I found a way to get around it. It's human. It's human versus human. And even if they change it to machine, it's human versus. It's still the same thing. It is written by. It's written in a language that both humans can understand, and you would have to write it in some way that like both no one could understand, and only something that you would understand. But as long as there's someone out there who doesn't like ads, yeah, they're gonna get past it.
Yeah, like they just want to watch their fucking videos, man.
Yeah, I don't want to be hampered by like 20 like well not 20 but at least 2 and 13-second ad commercials about things I don't care about. Like you're not stopping anyone. Also, speaking of Google and its things, I had to look back on Amino, but I think there's accounts that are going to disappear if you haven't logged
Oh
into
yeah,
your
yeah.
account.
If you haven't logged in, which is which is a bit scary because what if like someone died, for example, like Wario? Fuck that guy, but still,
Hmm.
if you guys don't know, Wario killed himself, and
What
yeah,
content?
and
What content did he make? Or
it was basically like it was like an early version of playing Japanese imported games.
uh,
That was his most famous claim to fame, and he was also affiliated with that guy with the glasses, which is basically the nostalgia critic.
okay. And so his account is
His account is still there.
oh yeah, oh that's true. If I'm trying to find an article where I saw it. So if there's no one to log in at any time, it's just going to disappear. Nothing's going to be left for. I mean, people down if people knows what's going to happen, people will make
Or
other channels.
fair or like say like your Kiryu Coco. If you guys don't know, Kiryu she graduated, which is in idol culture means you're done, you're through.
I mean, didn't Pikame come back even though she graduated?
I mean, specifically, like she has a YouTube channel, so
Okay,
like I'm using Coco as an example.
okay.
Yeah, I'm using her as an example
Where can I find
of
that article?
I'm just using Coco as an example,
Mhm.
and people are kind of scared shitless. Like specifically, if you have an inactive channel with no uploads, and they'll probably deleted, but they're trying, but like a lot of YouTubers are suggesting, hey, we should find a better way to preserve this, because I've talked about, I think I've recently started advocating for it, is is the right to preserve digital media.
Yeah,
Because physical media is, one, extremely limited, uh two, it fucking breaks easily. Like, cartridges can erode or rot, disc can break or scratch up.
I hear this. Uh, yeah. Google starts deleting inactive YouTube accounts this December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I
I
feel like we have the right to preserve our digital rights, as our digital media, as well as much as our physical media. In fact, if I ever do like a presentation about game design in college, or like any kind of paper really, where we talk about like any kind of technological problem we have in our thing, and I'm going to bring up that topic, the right to preserve our digital data.
mhm. Which I think the only thing you really can do is just back up your videos and probably just put them all over the place.
Yeah, and I'm not just talking about like videos, video games, stuff like that, but I'm also talking about software as well.
Yeah, but software always evolves. It's like, okay, well, except for the abandonware, yes, but software is always improving. So the old one's not really viable anymore.
I mean, like sometimes, ironically, the old one is a lot more stable, or a lot better. Like or like people are just that used to say Photoshop CS6,
Yes,
and they're trying to like give you to the creative cloud, and it's just like, no, I don't want that. I just want to stick with CS6. I'm happy with CS6. I don't want to be part of this fucking bullshit subscription.
yes, I. That is 100% how that happened. I boot up my Photoshop one day. I'm like, what the hell is this?
But I mean, like, you get what I mean, right?
Yes,
Like, so like, if they like forcefully update your software, you should have full legal rights to go back to that old piece of software.
no, I'm pretty sure. Like, I guess if you sign, no, there's no ULUS. I don't think there's a. You know what? I wouldn't. I'm gonna expose myself. I don't. I never. I don't. I've never seen a ULUF for any of these things. I know, like, you- if for video games, there's ULUs, but I don't know if there's any ULUs for software. Once you bought it back in the day, it's just yours. You have your instructions, and you don't have to, and you got the
I mean, like,
warranty.
keep in mind, like, they can like forcefully do shit to it. Like, for example, Grand Theft Auto, that got forcefully taken from Steam.
Oh,
to promote GTA Trilogy Remastered.
So wait, were people not able to access the game because it was like the keys were just wiped off with the game? Like,
Pretty much, yes.
oh, oh, that's stupid. Actually, I had another word to say, but that's stupid. I didn't like. I know I know you can play your Steam games offline, but I didn't know how. I didn't know the extent of digital games. I know if you people would say, hey, I would go. They would want to have disc-based games, and I would if I had a PlayStation 5, I would get disc-based game because you can preserve the media like that, and you don't have to worry about losing the things like having old consoles you can go to. But I don't. I didn't understand what Steam's capabilities are um for digital games. I was like, oh no, if I can't play if I couldn't play my game offline, then I was like, oh this is garbage. I wouldn't sign up for a service. But you're telling me that even if you do have a service, oh, you know what? Um, PT for the
Yeah, they forcefully took took it all.
yeah, but people if you don't log back into your console, if you don't log back into your PlayStation console and hook it to the internet, they can't take it. So people were selling consoles with PT on it. All you
Uh,
gotta do is not just log back in, and you still have the game. And I guess that's where DRM is supposed to force you to fully be on, so I can check if the thing is if you are using the thing, which sucks. But yeah, if you can find a way to uh I don't know the intricate words, but if you can find a way to get uh that program and stuff like that, unhook it from its supplier and then keep it on
that
that thing,
or you burn it to a disc.
that too, then you're good. But with everything going digital and people don't want to have like too much space and ads telling you, oh, maybe if you do this would be better than doing that. Yeah, people are more aren't really too worried about what's going to be temporary for them because they're thinking, oh wow, I'm going to have fun this time and it's going to be gone. Like only people who want to really collect things are the ones who are like just trying to preserve things, and you
Yeah,
should at least keep something.
and
Also, your money goes too.
like I said, is physical media can only go so far. Like that's why I kind of can't stand the memes of, oh yeah, this one guy who has a whole bunch of physical media versus a streaming service.
Yeah, I don't use streaming services, so I
And
mean
then
YouTube is a streaming
and
service for
then later
people.
on, if like something happens, I don't know, say I don't know, a fucking house fire
Just run grab have your boxes of
or or you accidentally, I don't know, crack your goddamn disc.
I was like wondering if there's a way to repair your disc easily without some tape. Maybe everyone should have something that allows them to repair, like a disc, like a
Well,
new a tool. You know,
oh yeah.
maybe like so maybe there should be some kind of like maybe Alibaba have it where you can repair broken VHS cartridges and stuff like that at home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. VHS, uh, fucking thing. Those things can fucking rot away.
Yeah, I got a shelf stacked of VHS and DVDs, but we don't even watch them. And if there was like some kind of like tool that just every everyday person can have to repair their things, I'm pretty sure it'd be great. Like kind of rebuilding like disc fixer. Even though I don't think I don't know how it would work, but some kind of disc
But
fixer
yeah,
or tape.
But yeah, that's pretty much all on my list.
All right. Um.
What do you have on your list, Kuro?
Yeah. For my list of things, Ichio Oda gets death threats from Twitter
Oh
because
yeah,
of
Yamato.
yeah, Yamato's gender. Because
Yeah, I
apparently
mean like that's yeah. I'm pretty sure he's just going to like. I'm pretty sure like he's just going to ignore it because it's his fucking manga. It's intended for dudes.
yeah, I guess the fans feel that they have co-rights over the
It's just
mangas
like
and stuff.
listen, motherfucker. It's just like I'm pretty sure he would probably make I'm pretty sure like he'll probably make his own like artwork piece of her in a full on bikini and just dudes just fawning over her
Yeah,
just to spite.
I could see that too. But everyone else thinks is like, no, why can't they be what I want? Because apparently he made some reference where the story made a reference to her being a guy, and then everyone else is like, no, that's all canonic. But they keep on forgetting that Japan's not America, and then they seem to have a lapse in the brain, and then do it again. Because one
Like I said, antis are like console fanboys.
something in the
They're
water.
like they're like console fanboys. Something in their brain cannot click saying like why the fuck is people's fucking why the fuck aren't people on Sony's PlayStation? Like
it's
why the fuck is Xbox Game Pass kicking so much ass?
it's because
Why is people not buying Forspoken? Are they racist?
oh my goodness, first spoken DLC. Well, I know it was a long time. It was the DLC was made, and it just came out. But I looked at a video on IGN. That thing got so much downvotes. I was like, oh my goodness! And people are like doing those Morbius comments, like the game of our generation, Forspoken. Well, we all know that it tanked, crashed, and people were just like, "What? Oh yeah, you guys you had to get this game out. Hopefully, someone will buy it." But anyways, I had never played Forspoken, and I don't need to look. I don't need to know what goes on in it. Let me just finish out this one.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
so
it's like and people were and keep in mind, fucking console fanboys were defending Forspoken.
well, they like the pretty graphics. You know, those people were like, "Oh, why the graphics look so great? Oh boy, I can't wait to go. I can't wait to try the graphics because you know the graphics horse. They love everything that looks great. But it's like, what about gameplay? Nah, it's not about gameplay. It's about how it looks. How the person looks like me, feels like me. It must be
Yeah,
made for me.
it's like the fucking Order 1886.
Oh yeah, that game with the werewolves. Oh, I'm surprised. That's a pull. I didn't think that was going to be brought up. Wow. Um,
To be fair, we were talking about graphics and
yeah, I was talking about because even Mortal Kombat came out, and I was just saying, I was saying to another person like, yeah, cool. I mean, graphics are good, but what about the gameplay? Like, graphics are great. Yeah, of course, we live in a generation with like better
I mean,
graphics.
like you can polish a turd, but at the end of the day, it's still a turd.
Yeah, I like it's always gonna look great. Like if you're a person who's like, oh yeah, these things look so great. Like you go in the comment section and someone's like, oh looks great. This looks great. Of course, it's gonna look great. You think they're gonna put out a game that doesn't look great? I mean, yes, they would, but you think they're gonna put out a game that doesn't look great and be like, and not like not brush it up a little bit? Like it's the same. It's maybe better engine. They saw that they can make it a little stylish with one more shader, and then everyone's like losing their collective S. So Yeah, it's like, no, show me the gameplay. Show me how the game plays. I don't care if it looks. I don't care how good it looks because you can have a bad game that plays good, and you have a good game that plays bad. For smoking. And so not only does the console fanboys seem to have a lapse in their brain, it seems like Twitter also has a lapse in their brain. Unless they're like
I
just
mean, to be fair, console fanboys, they don't really play games. They play Twitter.
yeah, they do play politics and all the stuff like that.
Uh, play Twitter.
Yeah,
They white knight for their consoles.
it's yeah, it's just that it's like just both of these things is like they're gonna come back to the whole thing again of oh no this guy's a problem, and then something I don't know, maybe something new comes in there, like the NPC chip in their brain allows them to forget and then go on to something else, and then they come back and they're like set back to zero. You know, it's like like when I make a game, you can set the NPC to self just to have a self switch
The Order 1880s.
where
Yeah, it's
hmm?
that's.
uh
I'm reminded of that fucking clip of this one dude saying the Order 1886, a victim of racism, and it's like, what the fuck do you mean?
the werewolves, man. They're shooting at werewolves. That's bad. What about the werewolves' lives matter when they're eating your
Fucking
face?
console fanboy, man.
Yeah, everyone just. I think it's just easy just to go like I said, it's easy to just pick on one thing and be like, yeah, this is the problem of our generation or something like that. You know, just get stupid. But like I was saying, these people somehow self switched to like another event, and then they when something new comes up, they switch back to this their current thing, and it's like you guys gotta stop doing this. So that's just Ichiro Oda. So I'm just saying that every mangaka out there who's even listening to Sound of a Voice, every cartoonist,
I'm pretty
anyone out
sure
there,
if manga code, they would have to understand English.
that's true. You know, maybe they listen to us to learn the English. They're like, wow, I really love the midnight social reading. I listened
I'm
to
pretty sure they would listen to a bunch of unhinged, like us just going full, like a group of unhinged dudes talking,
hey, you don't know what people are being into.
like talking about weird shit.
Hey, you don't know what people would be into. It's just small groups, or anyone could be into just listening to just ramblings. Just even if they want to go, or if they want to go sleep on with the sound of our voices, or they're looking for something. Even if people hate us, they'll listen to the whole thing just to find things to hate us about. Just spite listen, so they can just come back and be like, "Oh, you said this years ago." So people listen. It's just that what the purpose for listening is questionable. Um, yeah. So just a PSA for any manga and cartoons out there. Yeah, you never know who's gonna,
Just
if you
if
get
you talk to these kinds of people, just fucking make fun of them.
yeah yeah don't listen to them. Obviously, they don't they pay your bills, but they don't make your story because if they made your story, they'll rip it apart. They will tear everything apart. You give
And
someone
plus, those kinds of people, they pay more with they pay more with their feelings rather than their wallets.
pretty much. Uh, if you make it for free, that then they'll just keep on getting it for. They're not gonna like if they're getting it for free, they're not gonna pay for it. Keep that in mind. That's where like webtoons. That's why webtoons is not very the most viable thing because as soon as they get for free, they they won't pay for it because they've been getting it for free. Like when I deliver newspapers
That
to free
and
people. Because when I deliver newspapers to certain people, they're like, "Oh, okay, can you pay now?" They're like, "Oh, I've been getting it for free. Why would I need to pay you?" It's like, oh, I'm delivering this to you. Yeah, and I don't need to pay you. Thank you for the delivery. Now I'm going to cancel. So that kind
It's
of
more
thing.
like yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
yeah, it's like I said, like if you're not making any kind of like if you're not making any kind I said this like a few times I said this like a few times about webtoon. Um if you're not making any kind of if you're not making any kind of say romance
or Korean
novel,
drama.
romance shit,
Yep,
or boys love, you're essentially fucked.
yep, yep. So it's fun to get in. It's fun to like I mean, I'm not even. I don't know if you even get comments. It's like it's easy to get in, but nothing's coming out. It's just that's what you get. So those are the fun parts. Moving on. So I was waiting for like you and Dogboy to talk about this, but Miss Marvel dies.
Right?
So she'll be, and then
Which
she will be back, but she's dead.
yeah,
She's dead for now. Comic book characters don't stay dead, but she's dead for I don't know a few seconds, give or take. Apparently she has a new movie coming up anyway, so she'll be back.
yeah.
So not a surprise. Anime, that's why I really like anime too. I mean, yes, there've been some
Like
animes.
death somewhat means something.
Yes, and comics is like cool. That's cool. Well, yeah, Superman dies, Superman comes back. Like it's death means nothing in comics.
Turns out, apparently, like like the death of Superman stuff that they pulled in the '90s. Uh, turns out, they did that before.
Oh, who to who?
With Superman,
Oh,
they did the death of Superman previously.
oh, they killed him twice.
Yeah,
Damn, Superman, you gotta stop dying too many times.
yeah. I was watching an episode of Harlan Ellison watching, and he said that it was like they already did it before,
We already did this. Come on.
but I think it wasn't like the spectacle that it was, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can get it. I get that. Like Superman dies. Okay, cool. He's not that important, but now that he's in the public eye, everyone loves Superman. Like
Like
now we kill him again, and it's like,
like
oh, everyone feels something.
like 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 number one, like when when you're fighting Doomsday, it's like a true spectacle.
Mm.
You know, like it wasn't that much. Like when I guess when you first saw it, like it wasn't that much, but when you see like in the '90s, it was a true spectacle. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I can get that. Well, not Dawn of comic books, but it hit a peak where people cared about Superman just like if they cared about like Goku. He hit his popular. He hit a strive of popularity for some reason, and his merch was selling, and people were caring.
By the way, Goku will never beat Superman ever.
Oh, oh, don't start with this now. I mean, I've seen Death Battle. I think I've seen Death Battle, and I think Superman did win
Yeah, twice.
because Goku's not. Goku is human, while Superman's like everything. Like, I mean, Superman's more than he's a human. He's a humanoid, but he's not a human being. Goku's sorry, sorry,
He's a
sorry.
god
Goku's
trying
also a
to live
human, a
amongst
humanoid.
humans. That makes sense.
Hmm?
He's a god trying to live amongst humans.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because like I was gonna say, he got his powers through, just through going for space and stuff like that. And he comes from a planet of other people, but he doesn't have to fall by human ideas because he didn't come from Earth. He just happens. They could have had, and you can retcon the story of people in Krypton to have a special gene that allows them to do anything. So yeah, he can essentially be a god. Just change a couple things since he has no since the planet is not anything relatable. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on. Um, idubbbz.
Oh yes. idubbbz, the fucking shell of the man. He is such a shell of his former self.
Yeah. So get this. So I'm watching an episode of Locust Eaters, and I'm like, wait, I saw on the thing it said idubbbz, and I'm like, didn't Sketch Talk tell me who idubbbz was last week? And I'm like, wait, let me look into this. Because like I wouldn't have cared a bit, not even much, not even a little bit. But then since you guys told me who he was, and I'm like now I know who he was. I'm like I'm like he's so different, and his girlfriend's is a OnlyFans
Yeah, she has a fucking OnlyFans.
yeah, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how far have you how far has you gone, sir? Touche.
How far has he fallen from grace?
I was like, yeah, this guy. I was like, one week I'm hearing this guy's praise, and next week I'm hearing this guy is falling on his face. I'm like, oh, how the mighty has changed. Fallen, maybe I don't know. I don't know much about if he was even mighty
Dude,
to
he
fall.
fell from grace. Like he was one of the main trio of the golden age of YouTube. He was with Filthy Frank and Max Mofo.
Yeah, I don't know about the filthy Frank, but yeah.
Filthy Frank turned into Joji,
Oh, okay.
the guy who made Slow Dancing in the Dark.
Oh,
That's him.
okay. I have to. I'll look it up later. I think I know I heard the name before.
Who, Joji?
Yeah. I'll look it up after. I'll look it up later on. But okay. But yeah, yeah. For one week I hear something good, and the next week, I'm hearing it's like the things have. I'm like, wow. I'm not. I'm just. I'm. It's like I'm new to this. I'm hearing what I'm hearing. What the good praises of what he's done, and and the whole thing was about like him apologizing for the videos that he made and how they're saying on Locust Eaters that
Like,
it
keep in mind. I mean, like, to be fair, like, one, he was 27 and he's in his 30s.
okay
So,
um
like, you're already a grown ass man.
oh so it wasn't that long. Wow.
Yes.
I was like wait I was like I was like wait what it made it sound like it was like a decade ago. He's like I'm apologizing for the things that he's done, but and also like the thing about it too is they're saying that he by him doing those videos it helped the people out. Like it was publicity enough, but he's apologizing for like all the wrongs he has done, and I'm like, wow,
Like, keep in mind, like, he was one of the ones who's like, you know, he was like very anti PC. Like, he openly said the gamer word.
yeah, I heard that his his catchphrase NF. I was like, huh, okay.
Like, he's
Oh, oh,
like
oh,
he
oh, and then he like started to donate to victims of not victims of those, but he started to donate to those people. a black homosexual trans group. Yeah, I heard he was also like I guess after he used those words, apparently he started donating money to those groups.
Yeah, he was part of the yeah. I mean, he was also one of the guys that said, "What are you fucking gay?" That's
Okay,
my that's right.
okay, yeah. I didn't know much about him. I just like it's just fascinating to hear about how great this guy was and how it turned out. So I just brought it up because I was like, oh wow. If you have any more people that from the past is like, oh yeah, great guy, and I'll look out for next week to hear, oh yeah, they're not doing great. Keep me up to date with the next group of people that show up. We say good times, then ends badly.
Yeah, like ironically, Joji got the he got the better end of the stick
It,
because like he was the guy who's calling out various kinds of people and some of the stuff like some of his more unhinged style like the content cops actually helped out various things such as you know um um it actually helped out with various things such as the toy channels and stuff like that.
oh, okay, that he's a singer now.
Yeah, Joji's a musician.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm looking up. I'm looking up. I'm just like, oh, he's yeah, or a musician, yeah.
And I talked about this same thing with Ethan Klein from H3H3. He kind of turned into a shell of his former self as well because he used to be like on some different kinds of demon timing, and now we look at him it's just like
Wait,
what
did,
happened to you, bro?
did you say different time? Different time? What was it?
Kind of timing,
Different time of
timing, like but but yeah, it's like honestly, it's kind of sad
Yeah,
when you
okay,
truly look at it.
that. Yeah, I like that. I like that phrase. Different time of demon timing. You know that you know it's gonna it's gonna that's gonna be the podcast title.
My God.
Yeah, and it's like
Um,
wow. So where's the Klein? Cline? Yeah, I'll look
but
it up
yeah,
later.
um, see,
Oh, for K. Oh, that guy. Oh, I've only
yeah,
seen this guy like once. Oh, I only want to see him once, but okay. Yeah, yep. Never seen. Probably one time, and last time I'll ever hear mention names like that. Um, yeah. One more. I think I have one more thing. Because it only cares to me. The Sony, what was it called? The Sony showcase. Had some games.
the Spider-Man game, of course.
Okay,
Um,
okay. Spider Man, cool. Don't. I'm not. I didn't play. I didn't play Spider Man Miles Morales. I didn't play the other Spider Man game that came out. I'm not gonna play this one. I watched someone play it. I mean, I think I have the game, but my brother played it and I watched him play it, but I was like, oh, that's cool. So yes, I'm just gonna get this out there and say, yes, Spider-Man's cool. I like Spider-Man. Never played any games. Don't feel any hype for it. But it was pretty cool watching the thing. But I don't see myself ever picking it up. So what about you?
Uh, I probably may pirate it depending on how much I if I really feel like it.
It's gonna come in like $90 probably. Their games are coming out like with this $10 extra price tag these days.
Fucking $70.
Is that what he announced it for?
I wouldn't be that surprised.
I thought they were going. I thought because Jedi Survivor came out like 89.99. I don't know why. Maybe they're trying to set new records and be like, hey everyone, now we're gonna go a little higher. Maybe you want this. So I was thinking Spider Man will probably do that. So I feel no way about Spider Man. So that's cool. Um, Foam Stars. How do you feel about Foam Stars?
Home stars?
Yes, the game that looks like it's born to die. You
Let me
probably.
look because I honestly was not fucked to watch it.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Um.
I know about the new Metal Gear game, but I don't know how they'll do with fucking Hideo Kojima
Yeah,
without.
That's what I'm sort of hyped about because I know it's going to be Metal Gear, but I don't know if it's. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know how Metal Gear is going to be, but I'll get to that soon. But let me just.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Let me give you Foam Stars first.
I don't know. Let me look. I'm watching a trailer right now.
Everyone, everyone did not know where they're looking at. This game by Square Enix. It looks like a hero shooter. It looks like anything, but I'm surprised you didn't even know or seen it.
It looks like fucking. It looks like Overwatch and Fortnite had a cocaine binge together and had a drunken fling in an alleyway.
It's great.
And I'm looking at the like to dislike ratio. It's 3.8k likes versus 8.2k dislikes.
It's great. Look, it's amazing. Look at that foam everywhere.
I I don't know. I'm probably gonna draw like I'm probably
Huh?
so basically they're trying to make a knockoff Splatoon.
Yeah, yes, it is. And you can surf on your own foam. You can shoot your own foam. Yeah, so Sony was like, oh no, Square Enix was like, hey, it'd be cool if we made our own Splatoon because for the kids that want to play Splatoon, I don't know if anyone plays Splatoon anymore, but assumingly,
Pretty sure Splatoon 3 is like currently on there because they're still doing like seasonal content.
oh okay, so there's still a fan base.
Yeah, of
So there's
course.
the time to strike the iron is now.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like what's there? Like
Uh,
what the fuck is there?
People who like splashing each other
Like they're not like Splatoon fans already have Splatoon. They're not going to buy a fucking god knows many bucks console to play this game. That's probably going to be dead in like 2 months
uh,
because for some reason Squeenix is the king of fucking things up now. They fucked up with NT. with the city of Final Fantasy NT, and they are fucking up now.
You know what? You're right. You're right about that because I played the City of I played that, and I said no, I don't like it anymore. I didn't like the three. I didn't want the 3-on-3 man battle. The controls are good. I didn't want the 3-on. I wanted a 1v1. But this game's like, no, you need to do a 3-on-3. And I'm like, you know what? I'm cool. I don't want to play this anymore, and I got rid of it off of Steam.
Yeah, when I originally had my OG Steam account, um, I tried playing the game, and it felt so damn slow.
Yeah, I mean there are some get in mechanics where you can just zoom into like get to people, but other than that, it's like eh, I didn't want to play as the characters. I just didn't want to play as the characters.
It was just like, number one, you got rid of the fast-paced gameplay, you got rid of the customization. So, what the fuck is there?
Your favorite character? Don't you want to play as the
And so it's like, so it's
yeah.
just like so like the folks over at Koei Tecmo. Why the fuck did they give the reins to Koei Tecmo? Like, if you guys don't know who the hell Koei Tecmo is, they are the guys behind mash the square button until your thumb falls out, aka the Dynasty Warriors games.
Oh yeah, it's true. I was thinking something else. Yeah, Muso games. Yeah, I haven't even played a Muso in a long time, to be honest. But yeah, Dem. Go on.
So why would you? I mean, like, here's the thing. They already had a solid idea. They already had a solid formula with duodecim. So all they just had to do was implement that and put it on arcades and then later on consoles and PC. These people fucked up the unfuckable.
Row, the power.
Like, like, leave it to Square Enix to fuck up the unfuckable.
So, Foam Star is I say this game is built to die.
It is.
So I really
Like, the first comment I see is we have Splatoon at Home edition.
mhm. Mhm.
A lot of people are just roasting this game.
Oh boy. Predictions will be free to play from E-Dog, the real dog. Will be free to
Um,
play. Will be filled to brim with microtransactions. Will have a battle pass. Will be buggy as f. Most likely a quick cash grab. But love modern gaming.
here's what you do. Okay, here's what you do. Here's what you do if you don't want these kinds of games.
Don't fund them.
Stop fucking buying them.
Yeah, don't fund them. Let them learn. I'm surprised there's no NFTs involved with this game. Maybe there is. Maybe somewhere in this thing when they're
Oh
showing
no,
off their
this
waifu.
game would have been like, people would start fucking going all the way to people would have already went start booking flights to Japan to raid their office. Like, start booking flights every single part of Square Enix's divisions so they could raid them. Like, mark my fucking words. If they put in NFTs, they will raid every single Square Enix office.
I know they were trying to do it with how was it? Final Fantasy. I don't know if they're still trying to do that. I mean, not the current Final Fantasy. Some Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're still trying to do it, but yeah, whatever the
Uh, n- um,
like whatever the hell.
uh, Alan Wake 2.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I never played Alan Wake 1, but I have seen it, and I think Control is also part of the universe, the Alan Wake universe. So that's
Alan Wake looks promising. Dragon's Dogma 2. That's fun.
yeah. My cousin was Pog, and he was like, "Yeah, Dragon Dogma 2." I'm like, I don't know anything about that game. I played it. I played a demo on the PS3 or something like that, and and I don't know what I was doing. And so I don't know anything about Dragon's Dogma, but I do
I
know
watched
it.
like Angry Joe's review of it. That's really it. Um, there's a new Five Nights at Freddy's game. Help Wanted.
Don't know understand why, but okay. I mean, yeah, I guess the movie's coming out.
So yeah. So I guess it's just like help building awareness to that, or it could be a prequel to the movie.
What what lore? What fantasy? What kind of lore is in the Five Nights at Freddy's that you had to build a prequel? Did someone die underneath the robot's foot and his soul got transferred
I mean,
into?
like that's what happened with the original games. Like some dude killed a bunch of kids, and their souls apparently got trapped in the animatronics.
So that's why they roam and try to kill you at nights.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are the kids mad because their souls got transferred into a robot they can forever live in, or just mad because they're in a bad franchise?
I think it's just they're just mad at the killer, and like they go in every single opportunity, and they kind of think that the night shift security card is the dude that killed them.
Okay. And it did spawn a lot of other clones. To be honest, it's a good franchise. Don't know. I only played Heat the Heat of Night. I if you if you don't know, then don't try to figure it out.
And trust
Um
me, I'm not in the mood.
yeah. Um it's a Five Nights at Freddy's H arrow. That's all you need to know. Um
But yeah,
but yeah, it spawned a lot of clones. So I guess
I
it's a
wonder
good
what's
franchise in some case.
Sword of the Sea. What game is this?
Sort of see. I I don't even know.
Oh,
Oh, sort of
so
see.
I'm
Oh,
guessing
oh
that
yeah, it's an indie game.
I'm going to say I was gonna say like it plays a lot like Journey. It looks like it's gonna.
Yeah, I think it's Journey inspired. I think it's same dude who yeah, from the visionary behind artists of Abzu, Pathless, and Journey.
So yeah,
So yeah, Journey um has an influence onto it. I had PlayStation Plus, didn't play Journey. I mean, I did play it, but then I didn't go too far with it.
uh, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink.
I guess I don't know.
Game kind of reminds me a lot of like the Tales games.
That's how Grand Blue be like. I wasn't there like a mobile game.
I don't know.
Hmm. I thought Grand Blue started mobile.
I'm just looking at the trailer and just observing.
You know,
I'm just,
I thought they started mobile, then somehow got into fighting, and then I guess they're going to Tails. They're going for the Tails lunch.
yeah, it's like I don't know. I'm looking at this. This is my first time viewing it because I couldn't be fucked to watch the live stream.
Yeah, it's not on my list, so I don't know where it is.
Ghost Runner 2. Apparently that's going to be a thing now.
Know nothing about it, but Tower of Fantasy. I know that exists, but I didn't know it's coming to the console. I guess is that what's going on?
I don't know. Like I said,
I know it's a PC thing, and I know my cousin plays it, but it looks like a Honkai Star Rail and a Genshin. It looks like Genshin. It looks like
which is kind of funny to me because I think Kenshin's already is on PS4, right? I meant
yes,
PS5.
yes. Genshin is on the consoles.
So it's just like, okay, another one. Added to the pile.
Yeah, and it looks like Genshin too because all the cell shading. It's probably the same. It's probably I don't know if it's Mihoho yo.
MiHoYo.
I don't even know Miho yo. Yeah,
I
yeah,
I
Miho.
love how like I'm the only I like how I'm the guy who's properly pronouncing it.
Yeah. It was like was how you pronounce it. I
Yeah,
still
that's how you pronounce it, MiHoYo.
can't. Yeah, I was like still gonna mess it up. I can tell you that for sure. But yeah, yeah, I can't find I guess you know just look at the website itself. I guess just an announcement for it just being hey we got on the console. Enjoy now you on the PS4 and 5 can now enjoy your game. So
Yeah.
nothing special.
I think I played Genshin Impact with like the Dog Boy and Tengoku.
Oh yeah. I think we were, I don't think I don't think I was there probably, but yes, I did remember that everyone was like trying to get on the Genshin. I
And
yeah.
I lost the pass I forgot the password to my MiHoYo account.
Uh-uh. I was logged in directly on on my PC, so and I was trying what I was trying to do was beat my cousin because he's always playing all these MMOs and he's getting beta codes and stuff like that, and I'm like, and I was like, oh maybe I can beat him towards before he gets on this game, but he was already on it before I got to it, so I was like,
Damn.
yeah, I wasn't
No
catching
luck
up.
next time, motherfucker.
Yeah, I thought I was like, yeah, I'm gonna shove this in his face. He's never played this game before, but nope, nope. He's
The
been on.
joke's on you, bitch.
Yep, I learned my lesson. You can't beat a person who's who's in the scene. I gotta get
Yeah.
I can get to the RPG Maker scene, but you know, anywho, um, Resident Evil VR. I haven't. I don't really. I don't care about Resident Evil until I can get my hands on Resident Evil. Then I'll probably care in VR. Then I'd care. You know, right?
Yeah, but I am happy that VR is slowly coming back into fruition.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
With the help of
it's slowly making
Sony.
its way back, but since I don't have it, I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I don't have it in my hands and I don't have it near me, so I
Yeah.
can be like whatever. But as soon as I do have it in my hands, I'll be like, yo, watch this! I am the VR is amazing. I'd be like popping off, but you know, there's nothing to pop off on.
Yeah. I enjoyed yeah, I still have yet to get a Quest 2. That's that's the one I'm probably gonna go for.
Yeah, one day I'll get on VR,
Yeah.
but not right now. I'll ask in the future to get the best, which wasn't the best one to get for PC, but
Like currently the most optimal one, however, it's expensive as hell, is the Valve Index.
mm, I'll remember to ask you about that in the future when I finally get on there. Bless you.
Like keep in mind that's the most affordable one in terms of high end.
Um. Oh yeah, I told you guys earlier that the PlayStation was gonna have a handheld. It was leaked a long time ago. I'm trying to look back on
Yeah,
my
and
list.
it turns out it was an accessory, and I still am answering, giving myself this question: who the fuck is this thing for?
Oh, well, I don't want to play a Nintendo console because it's for kids. Nintendo Switch is for kids. I want a man's console. So give me
Well,
my
fucking get the
streaming
Steam Deck,
PlayStation. PlayStation is amazing. I can play it everywhere.
or hell, use the fucking Asus ROG.
Yeah, only a few people will use Asus ROG. Not everyone. The fact that it's like I'm only the fact that like I had to look a video up, didn't know that they exist. Only a few people will be using that. It's your I can't afford these two, so I'll go for this one. The third guy
A
in race.
Switch is like literally like what, like $200?
Depends. I have to look it up. But yeah, it's the third guy. I'm trying to look back where I even mentioned that. Um.
Like oh, Final Fantasy 16.
Yep. That's gonna be interesting. Don't have it in my hands, but yeah, no, I think that'll be interesting.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna make fun of it, like saying, "Oh my god, so edgy! I almost cut myself."
I mean, it looks good. I mean, graphic wise, I'm not really looking towards graphics, but I haven't played a Final Fantasy in a while, and I totally skipped 15 because I was like, I don't want to play a Sasuke, Wesker, Cloud, and Maximo from what's it called? What's that game called? SNK. So and then Noctis had to show up in Tekken 7, and I had to beat every Noctis character. Well, I didn't beat every Noctis character, but I fought a couple Noctises. So that's the closest I got to be playing the game. But yeah, 16 looks interesting. I wouldn't mind playing 16. Um, because of it's different kind of like way how it is. Um, because I know we gotta wrap this up. So Street Fighter 6, I played the beta. Um,
Yeah, where you fucking made that monstrosity.
oh yeah, no, that's not that beta. The other there's an other beta that came out that came out after, and it was where you can play as the character where you can play as like six characters, six of like two new characters. You can play as Jerry. We can play as Jerry or Kimberly, Guile, Ryu, Ken, um, Jamie, Chung Li. Yeah, you can play as those characters. So it was a beta that came like a beta extension. So I signed up for that, made myself a Capcom account, played the game, and I did some I did some not play I beat some juries. I was using Kimberly and stuff like that. And yeah, no, it plays pretty good. I know I need a fight stick to play the game.
Oh yeah, I learned that a long time ago.
Yeah, my thumbs every time. Tekken, I can do Tekken. I don't need a fight stick, and so I started looking up fight sticks. But Tekken, I don't need a fight sticks to use my to use the characters. But Street Fighter, yeah. If you don't want your thumbs to be burning by the end of the day and bruised, yeah, okay, I get it. I see why people are choosing fight sticks. So I looked up on Walmart, saw $24. I saw like a $24 fight stick. I'm like, I'm considering it. So it's cheap. I know there's better ones out there. This one might break in like after a few turns, but Street Fighter 6, if I'm going to get into that, I had to switch. I needed I need some good hardware to get myself into the game. If I'm going to get this game, I have to get a stick, or I'm not going to be winning that $1 million, because Capcom's saying, hey, you want to win $1 million?
I'm
Come play Tekken 6. So keep that in mind. If you want to win $1 million, there is a Capcom is saying, hey, you can do it, but you gotta win. You gotta win the Tekken tournament, and not Tekken, the Street Fighter tournament. All right. I think that wraps up everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you have more stuff on your list.
Nah. We mentioned about Metal Gear, so you can go there. Um, Both stars. Yeah, I mean, okay. There's one more. It's called Phantom Blade Zero. It essentially looks like a Souls clone. Um, I like it looks like Neo, and it looks like Soul Cal. Sorry, not Soul Cal. It looks like Neo. It looks like Dark Souls. It looks like Wu Long. So I bet but I bet it's gonna be a Mortal Shell. It's gonna be look good, play
Probably.
good, but it's gonna come. I feel it's gonna come at least for like $38. It looks like a Steam game.
Yeah.
It looks.
Oh, by the way, one more thing. Let me uh, let me just go on. Just do something real fast.
Hmm.
Before we properly sign off.
Yeah.
Ozo.
Who?
This is a Spider-Man comic. The writer Zeb Wells basically put Spider-Man to basically he had kids. The character had kids with Mary Jane.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck happened, but I am happy to see that the kids are gone, and hopefully, Mary Jane and Peter Parker be back together.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think I heard about this.
So it's like I don't know what's with Marvel and wanting to just treat Peter like absolute dog water.
Maybe they just want to get rid of him. Maybe they do. Maybe it's one of those ideas of we want to get rid of everything that made us. Tank the whole company for some reason, but they're slowly trying to find ways to do it.
Like first it was like the superior Spider-Man, which is which was
Why
just wow.
why is false god trending on Twitter in Canada?
Uh,
Sorry,
I
sorry.
don't know.
I'm looking. I'm looking at the comic, but I can also see like things trending. But go on.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
and there's a ton of backlash, as it should be, because I think like fans were just getting genuinely tired of okay, like why are they treating Spider-Man like complete and absolute fucking dog water? I understand like he's supposed to relate to us, but still,
like I said, I feel like they're trying to. I feel like they're trying to change Spider-Man. I mean, they're probably trying to make some steps so it would be acceptable to erase the past and for people to accept the new generation. So they're making small little, they're poking the bear because they don't know if the bear when the bear's gonna bite them back. and so they're trying to find everyone's
They
weakness.
they fight and then they bit back. It's like okay. It's like currently like it was kind of a bit of a disappointment because Nick Spencer had a pretty decent run of Spider-Man. You know, they stopped having Felicia Hardy be a freaking mob boss. Uh, you know, he started living with his roommates again. So he was doing a ton of things right.
Uh,
So get why very few people can write Spider-Man well.
yeah, as you know, I'm a complete outsider to the whole thing, as you Dog Boy would most likely know. But from an outside perspective and a writer perspective, and knowing where and hearing how people saying that Marvel's making the cultural changes and all stuff like that, I feel that like I said, I said before, they are slowly trying to erase the past and change for new generations to accept whatever the new thing is. And they don't want to go too far, but they're thinking maybe if we make these changes, people won't say anything and we'll be fine.
But then they'll move, and the people who are not saying anything, they're moving over to manga.
Yeah,
Like
I don't
they're
think that,
saying, "Fuck this noise."
I don't think they have a beat on what people want anymore. They're not even listening. They're probably not even listening. People, they get on. They probably have like a group. There's probably someone on the inside saying this is what people want. This is what people want because I know because I'm the people. And then they give it to people and you're like you're wrong. Oh, maybe it changed. Maybe you gotta do it something. You gotta do it different. Like they just want to implement their own fan fiction and then hoping that people accept
That's
it.
kind of funny. Uh,
Hoping
and
people.
I guess here's a little bit of positive news. Another bit of positive news. Here's one of the headlines.
You give Ozzy's the man. Steve Irwin's face on. Living legend.
I mean, like, how can anyone say no to that face?
Nah, Steve Irwin. Yeah, I know they got because they're under the British royalty. So am I. You want to you want to put the guy's face on there, but I guess they were so cool with the Queen because they everyone was simping. What you gotta
I
do?
think it was just like just the default stuff.
It could be, but like I was thinking that like the reason why they don't want King Charles anywhere near them, like even Canada or any other places, because you gotta when it comes to a VTuber or a woman or anything like that, everyone will feel differently. They'll simp a little
By the way,
bit for.
said this before, but during the Queen's death, R.I.P. Bozo was trending on Twitter for politics.
Oh no. Some people, not everyone, but some people would enjoy having having a queen step on them, and some people don't want to see an old man step on them because he'll crush the balls, but not in the way that they want it. All right, so good news. Hopefully, maybe Steve Irving's face will be there, national treasure. So we can wrap this up.
But yeah.
All right then. Well, what can people expect from coming at you in the future?
Uh, one, I'm going to start reviewing again. Uh, two, I'm going to show off a bit of a project I've been working on.
Oh, by the way,
Uh,
how did you get that Maho arms?
what?
I saw that review for Maho arms that you did,
Yeah,
and I was like, damn, I want to get on that. And then I'm like, oh, I can't.
I got it through F95.
Really?
Yeah.
It didn't seem like that kind of game. I saw on
Well, the game is
I
on
saw on
Steam,
Steam.
but it's like one F95 is is more or less like a piracy form.
Ah,
Does that make sense?
because
So
I
I
yeah,
rely on that heavily.
okay,
But keep in mind, like a lot of devs also use that thing to, get them get noticed.
hmm because I got on Steam. I'm like, oh, it's like it's like oh I can't get it on Steam, and I was like, oh
I
man,
think I
I
did made a comment about that, about the price being a bit steep.
yeah, and I was like, oh, this guy, I'm like, he's so cool. Anywho,
Yeah. Um yeah, that was yeah. So yeah, back to gonna be back to reviewing. Hopefully I hopefully if I can I'll start live streaming.
okay,
And lastly,
excuse me.
yeah, hopefully I'll start live streaming, and yeah, pretty much. And hopefully I'll draw more.
All right,
Hopefully I'll start using my Pixiv and DeviantArt more.
I abandoned that DeviantArt place because I was
Yeah, but if I want to get accepted into artist alley, I'm gonna have to start using that thing, because I'm pretty sure people get scared off by Pixiv.
it's because you got to log in.
That and
I mean, Pixar doesn't look that. I mean, I've been Pixar. It doesn't look that bad. It's just because it's all in
quality
Japanese.
shit.
Uh, I thought it's also because it's in Japanese more than English.
Well, that too, but
A combination of things.
yeah.
Cool. For me, I will be playing Code Vein on Mondays. I picked up that beat Dark Souls, be his DLC. Got to 61 followers. So I think it was two. I think I got to, like I think it was a Dark Souls day where I built up that much. So now I gotta move to Code. I'm moving on to Code Vein, and hopefully I can build some more followers, more watchers, and all that stuff like that. So that's my new goal, is to get to affiliate the best I can. This podcast is definitely not getting me over 3 watchers, but it's good enough to even put on. It's good enough that I can share this time with you guys,
Good
and
enough for you.
yeah. So, and I was gonna fill it with something else, and if it wasn't, I was gonna play that Yandere game, which this seems to be inspiring a lot of people to look into Yandere, because I might just have become that Yandere guy who plays AI Yandere girls, because I'm right now I'm playing Saiko no Sutoka, and I turned into a real deviant. I turned into a real Oh, that's a guilty pleasure. That game is a guilty pleasure. So hard to get the endings because I'm I'm letting my I'm letting my psycho girlfriend chase me. Anywho, and also I got a follower who was role playing as Psycho, and she was like, she's talking to me while I was playing the game.
I really do hope that that's not gonna be real. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know what will turn out to be, but I
You're
don't
not me.
know.
Don't put your pee in crazy.
Hey, man, you don't know how many times I tried.
What
But
to put your pee in crazy?
yeah, but I think the good Lord was like, you say is try to pull me away because he done know that that I shouldn't be, but um
Like don't put your pee in crazy.
yeah, but the danger, man, the danger. No,
Like you're not me.
I'm
You're
not
not
you.
over.
No, I'm not you. I'll probably get out. I'll probably get out. I don't know about you. I'll probably have a good. I'm probably sure that I will get out. I can probably go in and come out and come back out, and everything will be okay. I don't know about you. I'm not like you. Maybe you fell into the hole and then you couldn't get back. We don't know. But I'm getting these yandere games sent to me, so and stuff like that. So yeah, Code Vein, Psycho. No,
I did saw like your Dead Space demake thing.
yeah, Tengoku commented on it too. I learned to post it on the person's itch page, so
Yeah,
that worked out.
that's what I do when I post like if they have an itch.io page. I think I said this like saying like, hey, I reviewed your game.
Yeah, and so actually when it came out, I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I should actually post it on this person's thing. So that's why the numbers go up on 2 videos, and I'm like, oh, that's how you do it. You just instead of waiting for YouTube to try to show off to people, you
Yep.
could just go up to the person like, I played your game. Here you go. And so I started doing that for a couple of games that probably work out and stuff like that.
That's what I started doing with like yeah, that's what I've been lately been doing as well. Well, I kind of just implemented it.
Yeah. So I mean, like I learned from some people. I put it into the description. But yeah, I'm not. I'm whatever. If I do find a game like lots of Steam games, I try to upload it to the page. Itch. I realize that some of the games that are on Itch, some of the games on Steam are also on Itch. So Shade Light I put onto the Itch page, but it wasn't like it was busy. So I was like, yeah, some games aren't going to yield the views. So, and I kind of had to stop doing RPG Maker games because they were. I looked at my Social Blade and had a spike. I had a spike trending negatively. I'm like, yeah, that's RPG Maker. I'm gonna have to stop it. I'm not as any of my other uh people out there who built channels on RPG Maker. It's fun.
Yeah, that's why I genuinely just
Yeah,
don't review them.
they're fun to play on stream to the RPG Maker crowd, but they're not good enough to unless it's a really popular game. They're not good enough to put on YouTube and expect uh results.
Yeah, like during when I was on vacation, like why don't you review this game called Superhuman? You fuck. And it's just like one, it's Renpy games. Two, there's tons of shovelware. Like the game itself is not really shovelware, but it's like still like in general, I just don't review visual novels
Mhm. So
because like what the fuck is there for me to review? I'm way too fucking monkey brain for that,
mhm.
which is ironic because I'm trying to get into BattleTech lore.
Yeah, I mean, one guy was like, "Hey, play my game." It was like Poof's kindergarten something. I told him, "Hey, I'll play your game when I get over 500 subscribers." So,
I told like during the first H Life Expo, um I said like, hey, is my game like are you gonna review my game eventually? It's like, yeah, it's on the list. I'm gonna it's on the list.
it's on the third page.
Hmm.
I'm using line paper, so keep in mind there's a lot there's a lot of lines on this paper.
Yeah,
You'll get it soon,
yeah,
eventually. All right then. Let's wrap this up.
yeah.
We gotta go to bed. So thank you
All
everyone
right.
for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode of Midnight Social Reading.
Or Midnight Social Radio as
Oh,
we
oh
know it.
no! I failed. All right, that's a wrap. I'm tired. That's why.
Yeah. Until then, everyone, enjoy your night. Hopefully, you'll have a good night's rest. Until then, everyone, good night and good luck. And hopefully, we'll see you next Saturday.
All right, later.